The Milwaukee Brewers kick off the second half at Great American Ballpark. There they will be hosted by the Cincinnati Reds, and this is a huge series. 3 games at Cincinnati. Of course, 2 teams vying for position in that NL Central. Matt Arnold is the Senior Vice President and General Manager of the Milwaukee Brewers. Matt, thanks so much for taking a few moments to be with us. I tell you what, this is a huge series. You guys play the Reds 9 times in July, and then you don't see them again for quite some time. How important is it for you, sir, to gain some traction as well as really kind of widen the gap in the NL Central?
Yeah, these are going to be really important games for us, and we played them, 3 games just going into the break, and we were able to take 2 out of 3 from them. We know they're a good team. Look, they've gotten a huge boost from somebody like Ellie De La Cruz coming into the fold there for them, but we feel excited about our group as well, and the fact that we're going to play them a lot here in the next couple weeks is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, you mentioned you'd already played them a few games in July. As I mentioned, just 9 times in July, and then you don't see them for a while. What is your opinion, Matt, on this balanced schedule? A little different. You don't get to play your division teams as much, but you do get to see a bit of everybody else.
Yeah, I think it's actually really good for the game. I think it's good that our fans get to see players from all over the country. I think it's really neat. We got to see guys like Shohei and Mike Trout come in here this year, which was a lot of fun. We don't get to see them here as a National League team as much. And so just being able to see those types of players, I think for our fans is great. At the same time, we're so used to playing these teams so often that it's always going to make these games even more important when we do, in fact, run against our National League Central competitors.
All right, so at 49 and 42, Matt, you guys are currently a game behind the Reds in the division, just a half game back of the San Francisco Giants in that wild card race. So the Brew Crew very much in the thick of this as far as the postseason is concerned. What keeps you up at night? What makes you scratch your head? What do you need to do, perhaps at the deadline, to get to where you want to be?
Yeah, look, I think the first thing is that we really do believe in this team, and we've overcome a lot. I think that's a huge credit to our staff, our players. We've overcome a ton of injuries, I think, at the start of the season and had a lot of players step up, guys like Wade Miley, Julio Teheran, Colin Ray, guys that might not necessarily be household names, but they've just done a wonderful job for us. And then sort of the resurgence here of Christian Yelich playing frankly, like an all-star this year. And obviously anchored by guys like Corbin Burns and Devin Williams. So we feel really good about our team. At the same time, we're going to look to try to add responsibly, I think, to our club. We want to try to help the club out to the extent that we can. We just want to try to explore those things responsibly.
In terms of what, Matt? What do you need?
Probably a little bit more consistency, probably from our offense. We've shown flashes, certainly, like I said, with Yelich. William Contreras has done a really nice job. Willie Adames played really well there towards the break. And I think just maybe a little bit more consistency from our offense.
Yeah, Willie Adames, 4 home runs right before the break. Okay, so you have, as far as pitchers going this series, Burns, Peralta, and Hauser. What is the update on Brandon Woodruff? When can we hope to see him back?
Yeah, Woody's playing catch. He threw a bullpen yesterday and felt great. He's going to progress to the mound here hopefully soon. And would like to see him ideally within the next month or so, honestly, because he's really feeling great. He means so much to our team, even when he hasn't been pitching. He just means a lot to our staff. He's just such a great guy to have around. So we're excited to get him back here in the second half.
Matt, when I think of the Milwaukee Brewers, I think of your strong starting pitching, and I automatically think of Christian Yelich. Who knew, Matt Arnold, that just a toe tap would make such a difference, getting Christian Yelich back to kind of his all-star form? What have you seen from him at the plate and just his development and those changes?
Yeah, he's certainly overcome a lot. I mean, look, this guy has been one of the best players in the world, and to sort of be rounding back into form the way we've seen him do this in the past is just incredible, honestly. And just what he's overcome physically, the ups and downs that he's been through is just an enormous credit to him. And he's not just a great player; he's a really good leader, and he's somebody that a lot of our young players look up to in the clubhouse.
All right, I want to go back to your pitching staff for just a second, and Corbin Burns, who, again, is on the hill tonight. There was some obvious animosity, I guess. Perhaps that's too strong of a word as far as the arbitration was concerned. But you guys have assured him that he's not going to be traded at the deadline. How has that relationship kind of manifested itself over the course of the year? I know you guys have a tremendous amount of respect for him.
Yeah, we certainly do. And look, Corbin is from my hometown. I mean, I think the world of Corbin Burns, and he's just a tremendous competitor. And so we obviously know that there's a business element to this game, but have a world of respect for everything that he's accomplished. He's maybe arguably one of the best pitchers in franchise history. Certainly proud to be a part of what he's been able to accomplish. An enormous credit to him. And he's going to be a big part of this here in the second half for us.
All right, speaking of a big part of the second half, perhaps a big part of your future, let's talk about the Brewers and the draft. What did you guys like about what you saw over the course of this past week at the All-Star break, and who you decided to go with in the draft?
Yeah, it's a busy week. A lot of people had an All-Star break, but we didn't, which is fine. We had, but it was a lot of fun. I mean, we had our whole staff here, a lot of scouts in the building, and we had a blast. We honestly, it was just the ability to have the type of conversations you have to try to get to the right player is always a lot of fun, and just to be able to connect with our guys, to connect with our staff, have some good debates, real baseball debates. Was a lot of fun, and ultimately we landed on somebody in Brock Wilken that we're very excited about. He had what we felt was the best power in the draft, and somebody that we think can play third base here in Milwaukee for a long time.
All right, sounds great. I have always appreciated what the Milwaukee Brewers do. I lived in Madison for 3 years. Love the Brew crew. Appreciate your time, Matt Arnold, Senior Vice President and General Manager of the Brewers. Thanks so much.